Father, we commit ourselves and everyone who is still coming on their way into your hands. We pray that you are going to help us to have a successful deliberation in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Father, we pray for the speaker today. We pray that you grant him the wisdom to disseminate the message that he has for us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And we pray that this program will have its fruits in Jesus' name.
Amen.
In Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen. We warmly welcome everyone to today's program. And as we have prayed, we hope that it will be a successful one with no hitch in Jesus' name. All right. So now I want to welcome the Director of Academic Planning, Dr. Adeniyi, for the introduction of staffs. Please, let's give him a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to once again welcome us to this important event, and I hope at the end of the program, all of us will be blessed, all of us will be edified, and it's going to go a long way to help us to promote qualitative examination even in our university. So on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, who is unavoidably absent because of an engagement, once again I want to welcome us. I'd like to introduce to us this morning the staff members who are around, the management staff that are present now. Some of them are involved in interview panel this morning. So, but for those who are around, I want to introduce them to us. We have in our midst this morning the Dean of Student Care Services, in person of Mr. Ahmed Musa. Can we please welcome him? We also have this morning the Director of Research, Innovation, Product and Development, Dr. Adetunji. You are welcome. We have the Subdean of the Faculty of Computing and Applied Science, Dr. R.O. Folarami. We have the Subdean of the Faculty of Nursing Science, Mr. Kolako Kainde. And then we have our HODs are also around, HOD Computer Science, Mr. Olabode. Then we also have in our midst this morning the HOD Economics. We have Dr. Omokami. The HOD Business Administration, Dr. Adeniyi. Coordinator of Accounting Department, Dr. Layemi. Do you have any other HODs present? Okay, and then we also like to welcome all the staff members who are present here. You are very, very important. We are too numerous to start mentioning. So all of us are very important. So once again, we want to welcome us to this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Straight away, we want to call Mr. Ajayi to come forward to read the citation of the speaker. Please, let's appreciate him as he comes forward.
Good morning, everyone. We welcome you to this great program. Now I want to take the citation of our speaker this morning. Please, I humbly request that Professor or our speaker should please step forward as I take the citation. Please give him a round of applause. Professor Adeniyi Adetunji joined the service of Thomas Adeniyi University recently. He had previously worked as Vice President for Academic Affairs at William R. Tolbert Baptist University, Virginia, Liberia. Adeniyi is a member of the World Accreditation Commission, a member of the International Advisory Board of Academic Standard, and a director of academic planning at Crown University International Chartered. He had worked on a permanent appointment with Admiralty University of Nigeria, Delta State, Nigeria, where he served as the Pioneer Director of Academic Planning, Acting Dean, Faculty of Management, and member of several committees. Adeniyi is an internationally renowned researcher in the field of quality management, organizational behavior, and resource methodologies. He has worked as a consultant for recruitment, business modeling, advertisement, training, seminars, workshops, and on-the-job training. He has been instrumental in the establishment of some universities in Gombe, Minna, Delta, and some in the pipeline here in Ogbomoso, that's in Oyo State. Adeniyi was trained in the United Kingdom, where he obtained his Doctor of Philosophy from Cardiff Metropolitan University, postgraduate certificate in developing professional practice in higher education, and MSc in international management, both from the University of Wales, Newport. He obtained his first degree from Bowen University, Iwo, Osun State, Nigeria. Adeniyi is a fellow of the Higher Education Academic, UK, that is FHEA, a fellow of the Institute of Operations Research of Nigeria, an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, and a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management, alumni and ambassador harmonization of African higher education quality assurance and accreditation, member West African and Anglophone Quality Assurance Network. Adeniyi has been working as a lecturer, researcher, business consultant, professional facilitator, and trainer for the past 15 years. Adeniyi is a quality management expert and academic consultant. He has also worked as a project manager, test analyst, quality assurance officer, exam officer, HR consultant, and change management officer. Adeniyi has meaningfully participated in research and expanded practical and academic knowledge through his immense contributions to students and community development. Adeniyi's research and research interest is in quality management improvement through the application of organizational behavior and human resource management approach to its practical application in an organization. His research main interest is in how to use the following concepts to improve quality in practice. So I read them. Emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, knowledge management, knowledge sharing and transfer, recruitment and selection process, consumerism behavior, change management, human resource management practices, human resource management practices. He has published above 50 publications with good citation and index. So let's make welcome our speaker, Professor Adeniyi Temitope Adetunji, to the pulpit while he takes the lecture. You're welcome, sir. Please, a round of applause, please.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having me once again. I don't think my citation will be something that we'll be reading again, because I think I'm used to the system now. So thanks for the honor. I really appreciate your support. Why are we here today? The journey of 1,000 miles begins by taking a step. We've had a lot of challenges over the year, most especially when it comes to running of institutions. The last time we handed the note on, how many of us were here when we did the last section of series of Knowledge X? Please, can I see your hands up? Oh, almost everybody. So I think some people knows me now. So that's good. We had the notes on that day when we are looking at growing with your university. We ended the note with this university should be an institution for creativity, innovation and creativity, right? Now, how do we involve? If you want to innovate and want to be creative, the integrity of our examination becomes very, very important. And that's why we decide to look at building a 21st century university through a quality examination. When we talk about quality, it encompasses so many things, among which teaching, learning, research, and consortium is also inclusive. However, we as lecturers, we need to understand some basic rudiment of things that are generally acceptable when it comes to examination. At a point in time, I know we're going to come to a stage where we'll look at how to set questions. We look at things on how to set our curriculums. I'm looking forward to a curriculum workshop very soon, especially towards the beginning of next semester, so that all of us will have an idea. Then we rub mind, because some of us are already familiar with the good practice, but we need to improve whatever we are doing so that we can involve as well. Today, I just want to observe the general examination protocols we have in TAU. I'm not saying whatever I'm going to say here is the best. We seated here, we know better than I do. But I'm coming from a different background, and there's nothing bad in sharing knowledge. So if I share my knowledge, I will also expect us to share our own knowledge. Let me give you a short feedback on my perception about TAU academic staff following the last Knowledge X section. I observed that we are too cold. We are too cold. Cold in the sense that we did not interact. If a speaker is making a section interacting, please, let's throw ourselves into it. It's just the same thing like if you are teaching our students and they are not responding, you will not be comfortable. So this section again, there's going to be some little exercise that we are going to have. And when the time for the exercise comes, please, let's try as much as possible to interact. The essence of it is the person standing also needs to learn. Okay? And the only way we can learn is to come together as a team to develop a procedure. When we talk about general examination protocols, the first question that some of us seated will be asking is it telling us that we have never had a good examination? Does that mean we don't have a protocol before? No, that's not what we are saying. What we are trying to do this morning is to look into best practice. I'm not saying what we are doing is not best practice. If it is, then we can improve. There's always room for improvement. And that's why we are here this morning. The first question I'm going to be asking us is, what should we call our exam protocol? Or what should we call our procedure for examination. Please let us discuss. Please, if you are sitting alone, you are not meant to be here. Sit by somebody's side. There's love in sharing ideas. Sit closer to someone you can interact with. Please, let's make it as interacting as possible. Probably go to someone you don't even know before, so that the familiarity will not be there. Not somebody from your department. Ma, can you relocate, please? Let me take you to Canada. Come and sit here. I hope you have not come in team. And I hope your team will not be against me. All right. Please, let's discuss. What is the procedure we are using for exam? We know ideally we set question, we go to exam hall, we administer. Right? Is that the procedure? Now, can someone speak? Can we talk together and then can someone speak? And let me just have a flair of how we run exams here. Because not knowing how we do it, and I'm saying this is how we should do it, then I will be making a big mistake. Because this institution, this is not going to be our maiden examination. If this is going to be our maiden examination, then I will say, you listen to what I'm saying only. But this is not. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Chairman, exams and timetable.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, colleagues. We run exam here to, but firstly, the way we run the exam here is that, firstly, we have to sensitize ourselves about on semester basis by calling the general meeting that exam wants to take place. This is what we want to do. How do we invigilate so as to have smooth examination running? Then examination notice, we have to go ahead to all the staff so that they will know what to do, and the exam to be set and to be sent to various their respective HODs. That's before the exam takes place. Then during the exam, there are invigilators that normally do the invigilations. But before the exam as well, we also, as we call staff, we also call the students to sensitize them that this exam is taking place. Do this, don't do this, don't do this. So that we keep reminding them, so that in case anything happens, they will know that I don't hear will not be there. Then we know strictly on we have handbook. In case there's exam malpractice, we make use of that handbook strictly to guide them. Then during the exam, invigilators come. Normally during the exam, about 30 minutes to the exam, they are expected. Invigilators are expected to, both the invigilators and the students are expected to be in the hall because they have to be checked in. Then there are some things they have to bring in, and there are some things they are not supposed to bring in. Then before the exam, the exams questions have to be taken by the HOD 2 weeks before the exam to vet, before it's taken to the exam unit. Then after the exam taking place, will be about 2 weeks again to mark and to record before the result comes out. That's the summary, sir.
Thank you. How many of us just joined the university like myself after the last examination? Please, can I see your hands up? After the last examination. Okay, we are few. We are quite much. So at least you've heard what they said. So the most important thing is cooperation, teamwork, cooperation. There are going to be calls, different calls of things that we need to do. Please, when we get that call, we should respond. Now, I also want to add something to what he said. The essence of this workshop is not to alterate that process. Hello? Hello? We are not going to alterate that process, but we're just going to introduce some new techniques, especially quality assurance instrument in between the same process. And the reason why we want to introduce this quality assurance instrument is for us to meet the world standard. If other universities are teaching towards so many things, we also should have what we will be known for. One of the things which we crave to be known for is innovation and creativity. So within every context of our activities or whatever we are doing within the institution, we will try to innovate without affecting the smooth running of the process. If we decide, oh, we are bringing something new, everybody here will be scared. So we're not going to do that. So please, and that's why we talked about change in the knowledge X, so that we can embrace the change as it comes. Of course, is it going to be easy? No. But once we are prepared for it, we'll be able to manage it well. Now, let me start with this nice quote. The nicest thing about not planning is that failure comes as a common surprise, as a complete surprise, and is not preceded by a period of worry and depression, because you are not prepared. Whatever failure I have known, whatever errors I have committed, whatever flaws I have witnessed in private and public life have been a consequence of actions without thought. I want to agree with this quote, and I want us to open our minds as we proceed into this presentation that these quotes are genuine. They are real, because these are consequences of our actions. If we accept, embrace, support, teamwork with change, it has consequences. And that's exactly what the quote is saying. I will also show you some quotes in the future, because it's not all quotes that you and I should agree with as a scholar. All right? This is one of them. There's a quote that says, "A thing worth having is a thing worth cheating for." Okay? A thing worth having is a thing worth cheating for. TAU University says no. You don't have to cheat to have something. Do you agree with me? Hello? Please, let's respond. Let's not sleep. We should be active. Do you agree with me? Good. A thing worth having is a thing worth working for. Whatever you work for is yours. Whatever you cheat to acquire is not yours. You have stolen it. Am I correct? So, and that's the way I have just rephrased the quote myself. Right? Our vision and mission. We talk about excellence in education. Please discuss. What does this mean to us? Excellence in education. I looked through the motto of the university. I saw excellence. The first day I saw excellence, I relaxed. I said this university must be a quality institution, because excellence means quality. So now, can you share with someone beside you, what is excellence? Sometimes we say quality is beauty. And beauty is what? Is in the eye of beholder. You are the only one that can say this thing is beautiful or not. Right? Now, excellence has that synology that you cannot actually say whether it is excellent. You, as a teacher, you know so far so good to this point whether your teaching to students till this point is excellent or not. Even your HOD cannot tell. It is you, your conscience, that will tell you that I have done my best. Now, so please let's discuss, what do we understand by this excellence? In TAU, in TAU, what is excellence? And what should excellence be? Please, can we interact? Can we? I'm seeing some people are already sleeping. I will ask you to stand up. If you sleep, you will stand up. What is excellence? Is excellence just fulfilling the curriculum? Please, what is excellence? See, next time we are having this kind of conference, me, I like a round table conference, where we can put our hand on a round table and we can talk. When I want to do a lecture that I don't need feedback, I would prefer to use this place. So next time we are organizing any workshop, we don't do workshop in a conference level like this, so please, where we can interact, where we can see ourselves eyeball to eyeball, and we can do some tasks on our table. Please, the DAP, please take note of that. Whenever you are having a section, it's going to be interacting. So a place like this is not good unless I want to give a lecture. Please. Yes? Let me hear from different group because Adeniyi Obaleo. I'm sorry. I need to. Mama, excellence. What have your group discussed about excellence?
Putting things in perfection.
Putting things in perfection. That's a good one. Putting things in perfection. Amalam. Abuki. Yes? Your group. Excellence is continuous. Continuous. So it's not just one off. You can't do it one time and say, we have done the best. No. You have to continue to repeat. That will be repetitive. Okay? That's good. Mama, I won't leave you now. If you want to sleep, I will wake you up. I know you are not sleeping, but oh yeah, now, your group. Putting things right. Putting things right. Doing it the right way. How do we get to understand the right way? How do we tend to understand putting it right? What is right to me might be wrong to you. Because at the end of the day, what I felt is correct might be wrong. Is that true? So when that happens, how do we now do it? We go back to the procedure. All right? Once we have the right procedure, to get it right will not be difficult. The only thing we need to do then is compliance. So excellence in this context means compliance. All right? Do you all agree with me? Compliance. Okay? So we need to comply with everything that is on our the procedure, the policy document that we have. We need to comply. Now, our vision and mission. When we talk about quality system rests on appropriate organization structure as well as good management decision making. That is what it rests on. Quality. Excellence. Just change where you have a quality system to excellence, which we just discussed. As it applies to you, excellence rests on appropriate organization structure. So the first thing we need to do is to have a good organization structure. Now, quality is considered to be the result of contribution from diverse groups, individual, parts, and functions of the university. Now, let me tell you something. If you are a good teacher, hello, a very, very good teacher, an excellent teacher, and the all wording is not excellent, they will destroy your job. Do you agree with me? Hello? Do you agree with me? If you are excellent in delivering your lecture, and where your students will go and sleep at night is not comfortable, they will affect everything that you have done from morning till evening. So it's a collective effort. It's not something that I will say, I have done my own part. Oh, lie. What do you? How do you mean? You have done your own part. What about the part that make up a student of quality? That we say a student must be worthy in learning, character, and moral. What about that aspect? So you cannot see your student doing something wrong and fold your hand and you said, I know how to teach. I have taught my students well. I'm sorry. It will bounce back to you. Now let me now tell you another thing. This student is not from my faculty. It's not my business. Hey! That's poison. The student is not from your faculty. It's not your problem. That's poison. Now let me tell you, going out of the premises of the university, nobody will ask the student, what department are you? The first question they will ask you, which school do you attend or do you graduated from? And the question will be TAU. Will they listen to whether it's from nursing or from computer science? They will not. They will say, so this is the kind of student they are breeding in TAU. They will just generalize. So because of that error of generalization and the kind of society we find ourselves, we need to understand that quality is everybody's responsibility. Your teaching for a student to let me tell you something. Dean, student affair. If you find a student going to class and was not dressed properly and you ask the student to go back, the student is not happy going back, but you force the student to go back. This is a good case study. If that student return back to your class, if that student return back to your class, you are not aware of what happened to the transaction between him or her and the dean. You just saw the student in your class, right? Because you are not aware of that, you start teaching, right? And the student will be cut off completely from that lecture. Do you all agree with me? That student will not listen at all. So now I will go back to what we discussed the last time. I said, do I say nice? Do I say we should be nice to students? No, I didn't say we should be nice to students. Do I say that? What did I say we should do to students? I said we should be nice, Abi. I want to rephrase it. Don't be nice to students. Just do your job. Be yourself to the student. Do your job. Because when you are nice to them, you will take away your responsibility. And you will take in. I read some things after I left the place and I said I will correct that. But in another forum, I think I will correct it officially. So, being nice, it has different thing to being kind. Be kind to them. Don't be nice to them. Be kind to them. When you are kind to them, you tell them what to do. When you are nice to them, you overlook what to do. So you don't have to overlook what to do. I made that mistake, so I'm correcting it now. Please take notes. Be kind to your students. Don't be nice. If you are nice to them, you have sex with them and give them mark. Okay? It's part of being nice. If you are nice to them, you take money from them and give them marks. But if you are kind to them, you will not do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you have already done your job before that time. So what's the problem? So please, let's know that once a student is not happy, you need to know your students. It's very, very important. If we don't know our students, we won't know their mood. I'm a male gender. I have females in my class. Majority of my students, I know when they menstruate. Because their mood will change. Their responses to questions and answers in the class will change. Unless a class I'm not committed to. If I'm committed to a class, I know my students by the chemistry of their body language. When they are not happy, sometimes you see these children, they get calls, bad calls from homes, from their friends, from home, not even in the school. So once we cannot read their content, and you'll be asking me a question that, please, why am I changing my job from teaching to all these things? Yes, to be an innovative teacher, lecturer, to be a creative lecturer, is that impact that makes a difference. Remember I said something, robot cannot take your job. Artificial intelligence. If artificial intelligence will not take your position, these are the little things that will come in place. At the point in time, we will come to talk about emotional intelligence, which I will either introduce into when we are doing curriculum development workshop or one thing or the other. Because we need to have that empathy with students. Empathy does not mean that you are taking their duty or you are doing what they are supposed to do. It's just trying to be considerate about some fundamental things. Things you need to know about vision. For every organization you find yourself, very quickly, I want to mention this. You should know that the vision of that organization is not a magic. It is a culture. This is the way we do things. It does not change things because things still remain the way it is. But it changes people. It's people that matters. And it's people that needs to be changed. Okay? It is not for a short time. Somebody said it there. Excellence is continuous. Okay? It works over a period of time. So if any change comes and we are saying it must be now, please take it easy. If anybody is asking for you to do anything in your life, real lifetime, and is saying you must do it now, watch it. It might be fraud. It might be Shakam and J. So anything that has to be now. Oh no. No rush. But it works over a period of time. Okay? It does not have negative effect on the system. It only enhances productivity. All that we are talking about is not what you don't know before. I'm very sure. You've heard all these things before, one way or the other, maybe on the streets, your personal research, and so many other ways you might have heard about all this that we are talking about. It is not managed alone. It is managed by all. And that's the importance of the teamwork we're talking about. It's managed by all. Now, quality framework for TAU. The quality framework, I'm talking about this because we are going into exams and we are here for invigilation workshop. Why am I saying all this? So that we will know the importance of invigilation. Because the end result is to have a quality examination. But once we understand that this is what we stand for, to work together to achieve the goal will not be difficult. I know when we leave here, when we get to the classroom, it's a different ball game. The environment will change our character and attitude. I understand that. But these things should be in our mind and should be calling our attention back to the track. We can be off track, but we should be reminded to come back to the track. If I'm the first person to be reminded to come back to the track, I'll call you. Sorry. Remember, this is what we agreed. Let's do this. I will do it jokingly and friendly. Okay? Academic standards are levels of academics achievement that must be attained in order for students to gain an academic award or be awarded academic credits. Please, any student that does not merit a grade, I beg you in the name of God, don't award that grade. I will give you a short testimony. I'm not a very good student at my undergraduate level, but I am lucky. I ended up teaching my teacher after 4 years of my graduation. I graduated with 2.2. People don't like to say it, but I don't care. I graduated with 2.2. Of course, I ran 2 degrees together simultaneously. But that doesn't make a difference. My grade was not a very strong one. But I graduated with 2.2. But after 4 years, one of my lecturers was teaching operation management. And I would have been in 2.1 if he gave me A. If I scored A, just one more A from his course, I would have had my 2.1. But he called me to his office. He said, I'm sorry. You didn't do well in my test. You passed the exam, but you didn't do well in the test. So I can't give you more than a D. And you know what D will do to you to drag you from, from A grade to, I scored 45 in the exam. But in the CA, he only recorded 3 for me. I was begging him for just 2 to enter C. He said, no, that's what you have. I took it. In fact, if I don't want to, he's not ready to do anything. 4 years later, I finished my master. I'm so lucky. After my NYC, I did my master. I finished my master. So he enrolled for online program in a university, and I was the instructor teaching in that school. And I taught him. It's an opportunity for me to pour back the pound of flesh, right? And fail him so that he will know what he has done the other time, Abi. But I did not. I introduced myself to him online. And then when he started, he has done his MSc, he was put on MPhil PhD program. So when he started his MPhil PhD program, I'm done with my PhD. So he happened to be subjected again to me, my teacher that taught me. He had master before when he was teaching me. He had master. So life can be in any form. But because he did not give me that 2 marks, I decided I will go into academic. And that started the journey of my academics career. That anytime sọ pé kò lè pàgọ́, ó dẹ̀ máa kọ́lé alárinrin. Today, he is still struggling as lecturer 1. I've published with him to encourage him, and that's life. So what I'm trying to say is, if somebody don't merit something, don't give it to them because they will come back to haunt you. If he has given me that grade that time, I might not be encouraged to further. That is life. So please, let's give grade to those who earn it. My bro, I know him, I'm his guardian. It's not enough. And I think it will be so stupid of any lecturer going to meet another lecturer. Please, can you pass this student for me? It happens. And I'm saying it here because it will affect our quality framework. And we don't want anything that will affect our quality framework. Let's give the best. Now, let me give you a good example. I do something as part of my own teaching. When exam is approaching, help me wake that mama. When my exam is approaching, you know what I do? My exam questions, after setting my exam and my marking scheme, I don't set exam only. Once I'm setting the exam, I'm setting my marking scheme. Because I need to allocate the appropriate marks to, and I won't have time to go back to it. So I do it once. So I'm also advising all of us, once you are setting our exam, please set your exam questions and apportion marks accordingly, the same time. You do it, it's you that you will still do it later. Why don't you just do it once and for all? Please, it's very important. I take my marking guide to class and teach my students with my marking scheme. I will not bring my question to class, but with my marking scheme, I teach my students. So after teaching you with my marking scheme, how do you expect my student to fail? Number one, let me tell you something. Exams is for different things. Exam is to test the present ability, the state of remembrance of students at that particular point. Am I correct? The cognitive thinking, the critical thinking we are talking about, this problem solving that we are looking forward to create in TAU is not about immediate what you can remember. It's what you can take far, what you can take away. Okay? So as a result of that, I wouldn't want us to bother our head too much, trying to put too much pressure on the students to answer. And here I discovered that it's 70-30. We'll look into it at an appropriate time if we can vary the practical and introduce the practical element into our grading system. Once we have the practical element of probably 10 or 20 into our grading system, then the testing of immediate remembrance can be 50 or 60. And then we will see our students performing better. Because at the end of the day, it's not what you can remember. No, none of them will take the notes. The notes they used to teach you, ma. Do you still have it today? I'm sure nobody have it. Hey, you will have some. I'm not saying you have some. Is it with you there? I want to ask you a question. On in your feet, do you still have your note there? You don't have it here. You have it here. You don't carry your notes everywhere, do you? You don't carry your note everywhere. It's what is here that matters. What you can remember. And the only way you can remember things is by application of knowledge. Once the knowledge is not applied, I'm sorry, it will be difficult to remember. Sometimes you speak, you don't even know what you want to say, you just say it. Abi? And you'll be telling us something that happened maybe 10, 20 years ago without even looking at any textbooks. That is life. So, and that is the reason why you give credit to only those that earns it. I don't want to take us through so many things because of our time, but I would still like to mention a few things about this before we go into. Quality assurance is a process, and we are all part of the process. Quality assurance is a process. We are all part of the process. The quality assurance will not do anything. You will bring the information the quality assurance people will use to do whatever they will do to assure the quality of whatever we are doing. Do you agree with me? I'm sure the quality assurance unit will not set exams. They will not go to class to teach. But you will do and bring the results for them to assure the quality. And that's the only way we can enhance the process. So please, it is very, very important. Output is about innovative quality. Innovative quality. If you are thinking about being creative, being innovative, we have to think about our output. If you are a lecturer and a student is failing your course, you have a problem. Hello? If you are a lecturer and students, they are failing your course, you have a problem. Honestly speaking, students are not meant to fail the course unless they fail. Do you understand what I'm saying? Students are not meant to fail your course unless they fail. Remember what we talked about in the beginning of this slide? Failure to plan is planning to fail. In the process of teaching, some of us find ourselves in university education, in university environment today without going through education program. You see, the education program is very intense and is very good for us. So if you have not gone through any education program before, please find a way of enrolling yourself for education. All this taxonomy, they are very, very good. You need to know about them. And if you don't have a way, please go on Google. Go and watch videos on education, on how to do set question, how to set your curriculum. There are a lot of videos out there that can help. Why am I saying this? If I have been teaching a group of students for complete 15 weeks, let me give an example of 20 students for 15 weeks, and 15 out of 20 failed, that means my 15 week is waste. I have not done anything. I have no impact. Teaching is about impacting knowledge. And that means if I have made an impact, I am not sensitive to something about them, their assimilation level. You know, we talked about something a few minutes ago. What are we testing them for? Are we giving them tests on immediate? Then again, our question structure is so important. Our question structure can make students to fail. If you structure your question in a way that you didn't give students flexibility of what they can remember and what they cannot remember, what they can guess. You understand? It's not everything you can also maneuver and start guessing and guessing and guessing and get the right answer. If you don't give students that opportunity, I'm sorry, it will be difficult for them to pass. So that's why I said sometimes we will have to look into all that together as a team. So please, I am not saying if 15 students fail, you should pass them so that you not be a bad person, you be a good person. No. But do what you need to do before the time of exam so you can help them to pass the exam. That's what I'm trying to say there. Now, admission into exam hall. We are now going into our main reason why we are here, invigilators. Admission into exam hall. I know we have student checklist. What do we call the student checklist at this time? Exam cards. Students have registered. Do we normally come to exam hall with exam cards? The ICT guy said no, that they come with course registration, right? The reason why we use exam card is to avoid impersonation. Let me tell you, so many things happen behind the scene that we don't know. Lecturers sometimes accept students to impersonate for another student. Don't worry, you can go and write. We'll cover it. Nobody will know. Don't worry. Am I not the one that will check you in the exam? Don't worry. They know about it. Fraud in academic is not something one person can perpetrate and go scot-free. It's a bandwagon, just like in the bank. Somebody must know about it. And once the person that knows about it did not reveal it, it will continue. It will generate into a crisis. So before that time, we need to understand, if you want to be an excellent institution which we propel to be, we need to understand that exam card, course registration form, bursary clearance. Now, I will sit down a little bit on bursary clearance. We have challenges about students not paying school fees. It's a technique. It might work. It might not work. When exam is approaching, usually in my former school, I introduced it. 2 weeks to exam card will be out. If you have not paid your school fees, you cannot get the exam card. You will see students calling their parents, daddy, mommy, please, I need to pay, I need to pay. And before you know, we get maybe 30-40% of what is outstanding within that period. Is it not a plus? It's a plus. Now let me tell you something. You will say, school fees could come in. Won't they pay your salary? They will pay our salary. That's why I said these activities is a collective effort. It's joint activities. We just have to do it together. And let me be honest with you. If we are excellent in everything, and this one, the money is not coming in. Oh, it's not working. Oh, you can't see. If this one is not coming in, the bursary aspect, I'm telling you, the school will continue to crumble. At the time, they will start owing us 1 month. Before you know it, don't worry, 2 months. Don't worry, 3 months. Then people will start running away. Instead of us running away, let's join hands together to do what we need to do right now and make the system a better place. Student ID card, I am so happy with this institution because wherever I go, I see students with their ID card. So excellent. Please, can we clap for ourselves? Please. Now, let me now say something on this. It's also a criteria to enter into the exam hall. Please, let's not forget that. Exam card is very important. And if students are now in your class, after clapping for yourself today, student comes to your class without ID card, you know that you are one of the people that is affecting our excellent service. So please encourage them. I don't have one, that's why I'm not wearing, but I will get it immediately after this, so that nobody will accuse me of it after Mr. Sean is not around. That's why I've not been able to take my own. Decent dressing, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to talk about that. In all fairness, I've seen students in this school well dressed. So it's a big plus to all of us. Please, let's keep it up. If you see something good, let's say it. It's not something bad we'll be talking about all the time. You want you, encourage them, please. It's very important. No cap is allowed into exam hall, even if you are a Muslim and it's on Friday. Please, no cap is allowed into exam. I will show you some things later that you will know that agreed. We cannot have cap in the exam hall. No flip-flop. Hardly have I seen that. But mobile phone, I don't know much about that. In my former school, what we do is, during the exam, students submit all electronic device in front, label and pick after the exam. Nobody, and I'm saying and I'm repeating it, nobody should be allowed to go into the exam hall with iPod, phones, or any gadgets, because students are smarter than us. Do you agree with me? No, let me say this. A thief is smarter than the owner. A thief is smarter than the owner. Why the owner is looking this side, the thief is looking both this side and that side. Because he needs a way to escape. So please, let's take note of that. Protocols. I don't know of this institution, but in majority of places I've worked, any principal officers can walk into any exam hall at any time. So we should be prepared. Any principal officer, they don't need to be on that invigilation schedule. They can come into your exam hall anytime. And once they come into the exam hall, you are not to say, sorry, you are not supposed to be here. It's none of your business. Oh. They are staff of the institution. They can come in anytime. Professors can enter into any exam hall anytime. They are all making the quality better. So they can come at any time. Now, students are to be in the exam hall seated before the examination. Invigilator, the same thing. Security personnel. In any location where we are having exam, we should have security personnel very close, because there will be a situation whereby students might be aggressive. They need to write their statement. We have never had any problem in this school. Students have taken university to court for exam malpractices in the past. So, and what they usually ask of is any security personnel there? If there is a security personnel there, where is the statement of the security personnel? So we need to have one just to be safe. We are talking about when they ask us what are the procedures of our, exam. We talk about this thing freely because these are what we are doing. So it's very important to have that. Enhance your presence in the hall. How do you enhance your presence in the hall? Please, when you are in the exam hall, don't shout on the students. I beg you in the name of God. I'm seriously begging you. If you want to speak to students in the exam hall, let it be a bedroom voice. Hello? Hello, sir. Are we listening to me? Speaking to students in the exam hall, let it be a bedroom voice. Do you know why? They are under tension. That paper, that sheet of paper is already scaring them. Don't add more to their pains. Okay? Don't scare them. Don't get them confused. Allow them to settle. It's very, very important. And then, I will talk about it. Remember to prepare well for the exercise. It is university exam, not my student exam. Okay? If you are going there that my students are writing exam, you are not supposed to be there. It's not your student. It's university exam. So in that sense, you are not supposed to supervise your own course. That's a standard tradition. Anyway, you are not to supervise your own course. Yourself, dress well. It's not all of us that we are lecturers that dress well. Please dress well. The way you dress, the way you'll be addressed. Some students dress better than us. Why? Is it because we have too many family commitments? You see some students, they buy nice shirts. Invest your salary into it as well. Please. It's so important. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. We know ourselves. We know what we do. Please, let's just try and, make a change. Arrive earlier. Don't rush to the exam hall. Collect exam materials on time. Plan your activities. Silence your phone. This one is a big problem. Even when you silence your phone and your phone rings, you want to go and pick it. It's a temptation. I heard the VC saying the other time, don't bring your phone to the exam hall. I don't know how, no, my dean was the one saying it, sorry. Don't bring your phone to the exam hall. Yes. I don't know how realistic that might be. Because we are all human beings. But please, let's remember that that is a university assignment and it's for a short period of time, maximum 1 hour. You can tell your people, sorry, at this time I will be here, I won't be able to use my phone. You can put your phone on flight mode. It doesn't matter. You can't lose anything you did not lose yesterday. So please, let's try and comply. Now let me tell you something about these rules. Once we don't comply with this, how do you want students to comply? You know it will be very difficult. Do you agree with me? Hello, I don't like a sleeping class. I don't like a sleeping class. Distribute exam materials on time. Now, the normal procedure is before you open the question, you show it to them, right? Abi, this is your question, then we open. It's our formality. You see, though, right? I've not opened one, no. But before we do that, we need to have given them the answer booklets. When you give answer booklets, there are some key instructions on the answer booklet. Write your matric number. Please, always remember to re-echo it for student. Because you see, some of them forget these things. And you will discover that when they are trying to submit the answer booklet is when they will be saying, I want to write my matric number. I have not. Give them that privilege to complete the details in the front of the answer booklet within the first 2-3 minutes before administering the question paper. It's so important, please. Take note of exams regulations. Check chairs, desks for hidden items. I don't know the tradition here, but in my school, immediately after an exam, the cleaners will come in, sweep everything. So you can't say, it's from the morning class, it's from the morning exam. No. We don't tolerate that. So once we see anything, we know it's just happening now. So please, let's try and let's be vigilant. We need to watch. We need to look around. Once you see a paper, even if it's blank paper, pick it and throw it in the bin. It's not going to hurt us. All right? Remember our duty. Number one duty is sitting arrangement. Give students clear instruction. Restroom. It's always good to go to restroom. Because you know I said they are under tension already. And as a result of the tension, it tore, it bear. Even seeing the question sometimes, some people will want to quickly go to the toilet. Now, let me tell you something about toilets. What we have observed over time and what research has shown us is there are hidden items in the toilet. Okay? And a research shows sometimes ago that about 25% students going to toilets frequently have something hidden in the toilet. So we need to be very, in fact, in the water closet, they put their notes there. They go, they enter and open, read, copy, tear, and go. Depending on how they see the laxity of the invigilators in the hall, we determine what they will go and do and return back to the exam hall. So we need to take note of this. No candidate leaves the hall 15 minutes to the end. Once the exam is almost ending, just sit down, remain seated. Don't cause any rowdiness. 30 minutes into the exam, no student should go and we. Because that time, we invigilators, we are not settled. We are still trying to, after stay, where do I stay? How do I look at this? So please, then, strategically, if two invigilators are in one hall, the two of you should not stand in front at the same time. We do something. We walk anti-clockwise. A supervisor on this side is going this side. The one on this side is coming this side. Okay, it's not like me and we just how was this thing yesterday and you are just chatting. Yes, you have time to talk. Because if you didn't talk, you will sleep off, you doze off. We lecturers, some of us cannot sit in a place for more than 20 minutes without sleeping. For more than 20 minutes without sleeping. Because we have stressed ourselves. That period is now, the body is relaxing and the brain. Your battery is gone. Hello. Now, we should let the student know that we are there to assist them for the exam. Perhaps we are not the owner of the exam. So if they have any assistance, they should feel free to ask. Because we cannot tactically solve all their problems. We might need 2 minutes to call the lecturer in charge to come back to the hall to explain something. So it's always important for them to raise their hand, feel attention. Now, this is one of the instruments we are going to be introducing in this exam. We are going to be bringing in what we call, exam attendance sheets for the students. The quality assurance office is going to send that form. I think it's already sent on the platform. From what? Please go on your phone and tell me what form number is the exam attendance sheet. What form number is that? In a situation whereby we have more than the number of spaces provided on the attendance sheet, we need to improvise in a similar template. Okay? Exams officers in each department should be able to handle this successfully. Because the idea of doing this is to make sure that the students in the class are captured as students in the exam hall. Sorry, the students in the exam hall are captured as students in the exam hall. and reflect the scripts as the script is going for the owner of the exam to mark. Because the owner of the exam will feel very embarrassed if you are sending an attendance of 20 students, script of 18 students to him or her. Or we feel embarrassed if there is no proper accountability, 20 students in a class, 25 script is being sent to mark. You know, we can have students asking for additional sheets, right? There's a column to which we can input that as well. I'm sorry, I should have put that form up here to, but I think we will still recirculate the forms. Can the booklet. Immediately after the exam, please always can the booklet. Invigilator, especially if invigilators, don't just sign. We have had issue with exam based on the little I heard about in the last Senate. Exam booklet is very, very important. Please don't joke with it. And nobody, no chief invigilator should give the owner of the exam booklet. It must return back to the central units. And then the person will go and collect from the central units. He will sign for the number of booklets he's collecting from the central unit before he goes and mark. And when he's returning his marking grades, he will come back with all the booklets. It's not your property, it's the university property. You can't go away with the answer booklet. Whether you have marked it, you have reported the grade or not, you still have to return it back to the university. It's university property. You might not be here tomorrow. We should not be looking for you. We can easily go into the archive and pick the grade and respond to our students. Don't forget our duty of concern is students. And that is our central focus. Return all material to the immediately. For us, I know it's always usual and it's a tradition that the university provides snacks and drinks for us in the exam hall. I don't know, do we do that here? Exam chairman, why? But we do it partially. Now, can we do something? We will beg. All of us together, we are the school, Abi. Are we the school? Hello? All of us together, we can beg for it. It's always good. When we work together in team, there is power. Let's use our power. We appeal to the office of the Vice Chancellor to use our good office, whether from our salary or from the chairman's salary. She will use our good office. We appeal to her to provide water and snacks for every period of invigilation. So please, we will do that. And I'm sure our request will be granted in good faith. Yeah. So no mobile phones. Please, we'll talk about it. Now, I want to talk about the sick student. You can't stop a student from being sick. We have exam fever. How many of us have that challenge in our school days? Exam fever is there. You are not sick before, suddenly you just fall ill. Not because you are even afraid of the exam. Probably you have overstressed yourself. Or nature just take its course because you didn't sleep well. So please, we need to calm the situation down. I don't know the procedure here. Dean student affair. But usually I think they will report to the clinic. The clinic will give them a note. If you don't have a note, that exam you cannot take it again. It's considered as failed. Okay? Hello? It's considered as failed. No lecturer should take a student to their office or anywhere to administer any question outside what is done in the exam hall. Once the exam is cancelled, that's the end. After the exam, nothing. So the student will have to wait for the next available flight. Or the next one. So please, it's so important. Then the documentation is what the student will use to process for the next available opportunity. And I know we are going to comply with this. All documents should be filled and signed by Chief Invigilator. We have Another instrument that we are introducing this time is called the invigilator's attendance sheets. All invigilators need to sign the attendance sheet. Okay? There is still conduct form, exam conduct form. That's from what? From B. We need to complete it. We have named all the form in that format so that there won't be confusion. So we need to complete all these form and fill them. They are good because they are quality assurance check. Apart from the fact that they are quality assurance check, you will also see the work when there is a problem. When there is no problem, you will not see the effect of the work. We pray there won't be a problem. Remove from the hall facilitating materials, erase from the board what has been written there, remove from the desk and chair information that are improper or that can aid student exam malpractices. So these are very, very important things. So, lesson learned. Good intention may be misinterpreted. Now, why do I put this up? A student is coming very late, but you want the student to rush into the exam hall. He starts, don't forget, you are shouting to that student, other students are affected. Hello? Are we following? You are trying to encourage one. Why you are discouraging others? So please, let's try as much as possible to be calm, because our good intention might be misinterpreted. Okay? Apologies. It's always good to say sorry. Sometimes we guess wrong. Stand up. There's something on you, and there is nothing on him. Am I correct? It happens. Out of curiosity, out of over seriousness, or out of misbehavior of the student. You just suspect. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Don't shout. He's the only one committing error. Other students are not doing anything. Why are you shouting? Stand, stand, stand. Walk up to him and get him to stand quietly without the person beside or in front, even knowing you are asking him to stand. Do your check. Is it possible? Hello? Is it possible? Please, is there any other person that will be invigilating that is not here? Why are they not here? Because if you are not here, you are not hearing what you are doing. If you misbehave there, we have staff disciplinary committee on exam. Let me tell you the way, so let me give you a short story. When I first have the opportunity to leave this country, I have a different impression about how things are done. When I'm in Nigeria, I used to drive very well. Everywhere. Moto. Traffic. What's traffic? We break the traffic anyhow. What is police? We give them money, 20 naira, 15 naira. We are gone. Stupid me. I left Nigeria for UK. How much is car? I bought a vehicle, $350 pounds. I was happy. I brought the vehicle. The man was telling me this vehicle, the MOT has expired. The insurance is not on it. I said, oh, don't worry, I will get home. The Yoruba man was looking at me. He looked like this one doesn't know what he's saying. So you can't take this car from here. You need to use an haulage. How much is haulage? Haulage will carry the vehicle for 150. I bought the vehicle 350, and the vehicle is motorable. No, Niger. I entered the vehicle. I said I want to test it. I've paid. Yeah, we have exchanged particulars. He has given me the document. Quality. Don't let's fault your excellence, oh, technical. Before you know it, I drove into the vehicle. I was just, I didn't, in fact, I'm not sure I drove from TAU to Oko. Before I heard behind me, whoa. I was like, what's this one? You know, Nigeria, when you hear whoa, you don't park for them. Everybody struggles on the road. The car was just behind me. The policeman was behind me. Was doing whoa. He parked behind me. And I have the Nigeria international license before I travel because I have the plan that I will drive. So he parked behind me. He pulled me over. They call it pullover. He pulled me over. I came down from the car like we used to do in Nigeria. I said, no. Enter your vehicle. I enter my vehicle. He said, switch off the engine. I switch off the engine. Then the second lieutenant with him came and said, young man, can you come down with me? Another person came to usher me into their own vehicle. And as I was about entering their vehicle, he said, do you have license? I said, yes. I removed my Nigerian. The man looked at me. He first shook his head. He shook his head like, okay, this one is new, is JJC. Okay. He said, do you have MOT? I said, what is it? He said, since when did you have? I said, I just bought the vehicle. He said, put your hand forward. I put my hand forward. He put handcuff. Police will not arrest you without handcuff. They will not continue further investigation without handcuff. He put handcuff. I said, they've never put handcuff in my hand in my life. Oh. He threw me into their vehicle. They carry knowledge that I don't want to use. Carry the vehicle to their police station. No, not to their police, to scrap yard. Scrap yard. And then they took me to the station. They started asking me, why do you do that? I said, I don't know. They said, there is nothing called I don't know. You are in a new place. Find out. I lost that car. I got a point on a license I have not even obtained. So, why am I saying this? In Nigeria, police will arrest you for offense you don't know. Elsewhere, they will make sure you know the offense they want to arrest you for very well. So they read all the offenses for me. The offense from, if you are a foreigner and you are coming, they listed them. So I contravened all the offenses for buying a vehicle without transferring the ownership to my name and putting the vehicle on a road when the person that sold the vehicle put the vehicle off road because it doesn't have MOT, doesn't have tax, it doesn't have insurance. And it's against Queen's rule for you to drive on any Queen's road without MOT, tax, and then the insurance. Apart from you now having your driver's license. So it's all, I started rendering my apology, but apology was not accepted. The point was given because Oyinbo don't take sorry. So there is no, we will give him my second chance. So I put my hand into my pocket, bring out $50, give the man 50 pounds. Give the man so I can go. I have about 1,500 pounds in my pocket. I bought a vehicle of 350. I still have money. So why didn't you use that money to do the insurance? So why am I saying this? Let our student knows our rules. Let us as a vigilator also know that there are consequences for our action. Remember all the quotes we started with in the morning. I'm going to send us this slide so that we keep it. The quote that I started with is telling us about planning. The second one is telling us about cheating, right? So we cannot cheat the system. So don't let's even make an attempt to it. We talk about all these courses when we get to the time we want to talk about the curriculum. What can we do better? Please, can we write down? What else do you think we can do to improve our exam? What can we do better? Please, where is that sheet of paper? Please, can you pass it around? Please, what do you think as a suggestion that we can do better to make our exam better in TAU. This is TAU, we have to customize it. Remember, growing with your university. If your university don't grow, sorry, you don't expect to grow. So growing with your university, we have to start from here. Please give us suggestions on things you think we can do better. If you are excellent, just say excellent. But I don't think we are excellent. There are still many rooms for improvement. We've talked about the food. Now, thank you. Technical, give us the second slide, please. This is supposed to be a one-day workshop. I will give you opportunity, sir. You will talk. It's supposed to be a one-day workshop, but we are going to crash it within the next maybe 1.5 hours. We should be out of this place. Yes, sir. You wanted to say something? Let's use this opportunity to. If you ask questions, there are time for it. We are just trying to. Let's do it gradually. Thank you. Now, after this one, we will ask questions. Then the next one, we might postpone it if the time is not going to allow us. My role and responsibility in the exam hall. I think this is very important, and I felt we should also know a few things about it. I won't spend much time on it because it's just about 10 slides, but there's quite some useful information I want us to know. Cheating in the exam hall is not only in Nigeria. It's not only in TAU. It's everywhere in the world. Because if you go, because if that is cardio, because if that is cardio. Now, my identity in the exam hall is very, very important. Please, don't let's overuse. I said something the other time. Please know who you are. In whatever you are doing, wherever you find yourself, the first thing you should understand is who you are. You are there in what capacity? As who? Okay? Invigilators, you have to be in the exam hall from beginning to the end. There's no question, there's no doubt about that. Of course, you can go and ease yourself and come back. But while you are going, two of you should not leave the same time. Please, throughout, from the beginning of the exam to the end of the exam, somebody must be in the exam. Chief invigilator can come around, can be chief in 2 halls. I don't know how you do it here. If the chief is going to be in 1 hall, then you also cannot go. You stay with Asakoko Atikokwe. In fact, the people that are writing exam are not the ones being under the tension of exam. It is we that we are invigilating them because we are more restricted than them. They are not restricted because they are using their brain. You are restricted because you cannot read novel, you cannot use phone. All you have to do is just to be walking around. So it's more tense for us. Now, this is where our kindness needs to come in place. We have to be kind to ourselves. If I am standing too much, don't let me faint. Let me walk around or let me sit. Encourage your colleague, your partner that you are together in the exam hall. Be friendly with each other. I have been in exam that with some people in medical science. We never have any opportunity to talk, to interact before. But because we are piled together in the exam. Now let me ask you a question. Is Faculty of Management lecturer supervising Faculty of Management students? Is that the way it's done? Oh God. But law is there too. Law is there. No, law cannot invigilate law. Management cannot invigilate management. Please, exam and timetable chairman, you have to change that immediately. We will overcome the challenge. Let's hear the challenge. We will solve it now. Yes, sir. Please, can we listen? Can we listen?
There's a big challenge as regards that, sir. Although we don't have that challenge in the East Campus. There are people in the West Campus comprised of 2 faculties, law and management and social sciences. We realize the exam committee realized that they don't want to do things together. in terms of invigilation together, even doing exams together. They said they are separated entities. I don't know how the school can come in this issue. They said because they don't allow them to receive lecture together. The management said they don't allow them to receive lecture at law. So that's the allegation.
I think to properly understand that, here we have students who are, for example, students of nursing, who are not yet students of nursing. They were taught, for example, by chemistry, biochemistry, biology lecturers, and they are going to write exam. In that case, the only thing that can be done is the lecturers who are their staff, their lecturers who are not yet teaching them, can only be made to supervise them. So if that will be possible, for example, if they are offering chemistry 101 in the same department, there are lecturers that are from chemistry but did not teach them. So that's what will be possible. Or people who are not teaching them. I think we can put it straight that lecturers that did not teach a course should supervise that course.
So want to talk, Prof. Okay.
I think he almost spoke out of my own. I am not in position to speak with the Dean of the Faculty of Management and Social Sciences, nor that of the law here, but I have an observation. Law, the much I felt I knew, may not the May I continue? So if law faculty is more like a single department and Faculty of Management and Social Sciences are with 5 departments, I wonder if the invigilation should be a kind of an exchange of workforce in each of these faculty. How will law faculty be able to anchor the exams for the whole department in the management and social sciences, where you have about, let me say, maybe 2, or 3, okay, against 5. How will it work? I think that is also a challenge that should be taken into cognizance.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I think there are 2 aspects that are very important as far as this exam, particularly in that other faculty, the other campus. Yes, the other campus is concerned. Okay, I want to have a different perspective to the whole thing we are talking about. In that other campus, in the Faculty of Management and Social Sciences, there are 5 departments. So what I think we can be talking about, if at all if we are going to embark on this policy of lecturers not supervising their own students, I think what we should be talking about is that economics lecturers should not supervise economics, biz admin should not supervise biz admin. Because I think there is no action. People that formulate policies, they have reasons why they formulate policy. Policies are not formulated just for its own sake. I think it's to minimize incidents of unnecessary familiarity, examination malpractice, or what. Now, the way we have been writing exam here is that students are missed. For instance, we can be having 8 papers going on simultaneously. A student of accounting is sitting here, maybe 100 level accounting, 400 level mass comm, 200 level criminology. What they are doing are not related. And the lecturer just walk around them. So I think since we've been able to achieve that already, the idea of insisting that a lecturer should not, because if we are having exam in 4 halls, students miss up 8 courses going on simultaneously. And courses from every department is included. How is it going to be possible that a lecturer will not supervise his student? I'm looking at how it's going to be possible, because there are about 8 courses across different departments. So I think the fact that they are missed already has solved and whatever problem we can be thinking we may have. That's one. Then the second is about the law issue. Me, as I'm here, is unfortunately the law people are not here. They are subdean Hope, who are at the timetable committee together yesterday on this campus at the Senate chamber. We prepare timetable together. The way they do their things and the way the vice chancellor placed them, I think it is safer for us not to do anything with them. If the vice chancellor is sitting, I'll be saying it. Because I'm the subdean. I approached them. I told them, we are on the same campus. They have bigger hall. Our own hall is just small, just a room converted to classroom. You've been there, sir. So I said, we should even have all our exam in the law faculty. There are about 7 classrooms there. Each of the 7 classrooms are very much bigger than our own. So ideally, I think we should have it just the way exam is being conducted there. They said the standard is law students don't miss or without people, any other person. I said, I also attended university. There is a law faculty in my university. They insisted. And they called their dean. And they called the vice chancellor. And the vice chancellor said, whatever they say is right. So, what am I to do? In fact, because when we were moved to the other faculty, we were using their building before our own building was renovated. Our students could not use their library. We could not use their common room. In fact, we were third-class citizens, not second class. Since that, if you go and, if the VC hears that I go there to do anything, I will be lambasted seriously. It has happened several times. So I think the way we are just keeping our cool is fine. Let's just be there. We have 5 departments. We can do our exam. Thank you, sir.
Tabani Usiwala. Sometimes we are deceiving ourselves. We have issues. Okay? We have issues. But is our issue technical? No. Is it man-made? Yes. Now let me tell you something. with little privilege the Lord has given to me. At least I've traveled far and wide. I have been in many situations whereby I heard all these, we have a council, we have a legal. It's man-made. It's man-made. There is nothing like what the council says. Council does not have facilities here. We own the facilities here. I think we need to have a meeting with them. The management will have a meeting with them. And I think we need to revisit some things so that we have a smooth running. They are not isolated. They are still bearing our university name. And we are here before them, I'm sure. Some faculty exist before law. Am I correct, DAP? So those faculty that exist before law now, they are no more relevant. Is that what they are telling us? No, if we didn't allow them, we will not give birth to them. They should also be friendly. And this is where the kindness we're talking about comes from. And teamwork. This is where it comes from. And let me not brag, but God will make it happen that they will not invigilate their students this year. This year, this exam, they will not invigilate their students. If truly they have done what they should do, we from other departments also want to learn from what is going on there. If we didn't cross carpet, how will we learn? If we did not collaborate, how will we understand the problem we are facing within the system? How are we going to improve together? How are we going to grow together? I don't know. Are they in the Knowledge X? They were there. Okay, we will grow together. Don't worry. TAU will move forward. And we will not leave anybody behind. I know that the Council of Legal Education has a policy for them to have common room. And because of our own nature, especially in social management, we can abuse their common room. We can abuse it. So for that singular reason, they might be protective of what they have that we don't have. So for so many reasons, I understand that. But when it comes to exam, I'm sorry, I am not going to concur to that. Anyway, let's rush through this. Please, DAP, can you take note of that? So we, with the chairman of timetable, so we can see the VC on that. Please. Role of Chief Invigilator. Chief Invigilator, please liaise with the registry examiners to ensure that exam paper. Now, I forgot to ask this. How do we process the exam from examiners to the faculty? The dean of faculty should be the chief examiner for every exam. In the sense that the dean, all exams should come to the dean through the sub-dean, as you call here, sub-dean, deputy dean somewhere, vice dean somewhere. Should come to sub-dean, who is in charge of exams, right? And it should also be the one to moderate departmental through the HOD, right? Okay, is that what we do? Please, if it is not, so we can streamline nothing. That is what is there, fine. So if that is what is done, that's fine. I don't think we need to change that. So the only thing that we will do this time around is from the DAP's office, a template will be sent how to each sub-dean. And sub-dean should transfer the message downward, relate the message to the appropriate offices on the template for exams. I'm not going to get involved with how you set your exam, but the heading, the header should be uniform. Quality is about uniformity, okay? Because the chair you are seated on is the same, it looks the same as the one behind you. That's quality, okay? It should be uniformity. So please, let's take note of that. A chief invigilator should also know that there are forms, there are decoration forms for them to sign in the other forms that will be used in the exam hall. Ensure that exam commence. Collect and submit all response sheets to the Public Collation Officer Center. I don't know how you do that, but you know what you are doing there, so I don't want to alterate that. let's keep it as it is. If there is any need to change, maybe next exam, not this one. But the few things we want to try this exam, we will try. Roles of invigilator, ensure that exam is conducted. Please, invigilators, all of us, please let's try as much as possible to be at the exam hall, as we said, on time, and make sure that the exam commences at the right time it's supposed to. I think that's very important. Now, distraction in the exam hall, please don't read book, no phone, no browsing of all these things for invigilators. So we need to take note of this. I talked about drink. Sometimes I'm thirsty as a student, but I saw my invigilator having drink. And I needed to drink water because I'm thirsty. Is any provision made by the university for that? Exam chairman, do we have any provision for when students are writing exams and they need water, for example? They get their own water themselves. So if they get their own water themselves, where do they put it? How do they assess it? Is there any provision for that? Now, if there is no provision for that, in the future, we need to make provision for it. Because we are all human beings, dehydration can set in at any time. The nursing people are here. They will tell us better about dehydration. So should the case that set in, we should not debar the student from having that privilege of tasting water. So the water should be provided, even if it's going to be at a cost. Please, it's important. I don't know, does that make sense to us? Okay, please. If I need water, I should pay for my water anyway. If I want water, right? So if I bring my water, I can keep it in front. And when I need it, but you can't keep your water by your side because of some reasons, which we will see in the next, what do you call it? The examiner cannot, we have talked about this. I'm not talking about the preparation of the invigilator. We have talked about all this, so I'm not going to talk about this again. Preparation of invigilator, we've talked about so many, all these things. Virtually, we've talked about it. We send the slide. When you get the slide, please just go through it again. It will help. Now that you know all this, you will be blessed if you do them. Hello? Can you repeat after me? Now that you know all this, you will be blessed if you do them. Are we blessed? Now let me tell you, now that you know all this, if you don't do it, you will be punished. Is that not the opposite? All right. Thank you so much for listening. TAU should be known for creativity and innovation, home of critical thinking and problem solving. Thank you so much. I will give us a break of 5-10 minutes to stretch our leg, then we watch 2 videos, then we go. Etigba? No, just keep them. We analyze. This document you sent to us is my first task. We work on everything you've pointed out here, and we will relate back to you. Because what we will do is, after analyzing this information, you need to know what we have resorted to, right? If it will not affect your department, if it's going to affect your department, you need to speak out. I think our people don't want to go. Let's just finish up. Please, can you give me the first video? Technical. Technical ma this soon. Is anybody there? I would just like us to watch this video.
Your son is
in the slides, but for one reason or the other, probably because I'm new.
Your son is a failure. He's barely passing my class, and with grades like this, I'm just not sure what kind of future he's gonna have. What do you have to say for yourself? You're supposed to graduate this year.
Listen to Mr. Johnson. What kind of future do you think you're going to have?
With all due respect, don't call me a failure. Failure is an event, not a person, in fact. And you talk about the future, Mr. Johnson, but you're not preparing us for that.
Excuse me?
Just listen to what I'm saying.
This should be good.
Would you agree that in the future, most careers will become automated?
Yeah, so?
So the people who succeed will have to be curious, innovative, with resilience to adapt to new changes.
What's your point?
My point is, the focus in this school is not on that. It is on regurgitating information and test taking, and that's just real. But in today's world, creativity is the most important leadership skill.
Oh, that's how you feel.
You don't have to believe me, but maybe you will believe the 1,500 executives who recently said creativity is the most important leadership skill. See, pretty soon, no one will be hired because of what they know. Because who cares what you know or if you've memorized a fact? We've got Google and Siri for that. In the future, people will be hired because of what they can do with their knowledge. Can they creatively solve real-world problems, not just follow instructions or directions and bubble in multiple choice questions? So, Mom, that's why I'm stressed, because these robotic tasks we learn in school should stop. Because no one can do a robot's job better than a robot. Billionaire founder of Alibaba, Jack Ma, said that we should not compete with artificial intelligence, but instead focus on developing unique human intelligence. Mr. Johnson, drills are for teeth, not the human mind. So these repetitive knowledge-based tasks we must leave behind. Or in the future, you're gonna find a lot of people graduating out of your class right into the unemployment line. See, many top companies today don't look at grades. Mom, that old way is expiring. Google has been quoted as saying GPAs are worthless criteria for hiring. Founder of Tesla, Elon Musk, agrees. So I say this with unease and sorrow. If you continue to teach today as you taught yesterday, then you rob us students of tomorrow. Mr. Johnson, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes sitting in your class is tough. I'm constantly thinking, if I don't look up at the clock, maybe it'll speed up. So I listen to you do my work and pay attention, feeling like an hour had to have gone by. But it was only 3 minutes. So if you wonder why we're bored in class, look, you wanna get a kid to hate reading? Give them this, a school textbook. And some people think it's our fault, and that hurts me. They say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And to that I say no. Firstly, you can put salt in that horse's hay and make him thirsty. And if you bring joy in your classroom, you can make any bad student nerdy, as he or she discovers the beauty of truly learning. Mr. Johnson, I mean no disrespect. You have the most important job on this planet. You build, create, and save lives. But if you really care about my future, like you say, then you have to fully commit and ask yourself honestly, how do I prepare a child for a future that doesn't yet exist? Here's a hint. The answer is not found in this. It's using this and this. See, in the future, we will need more passion and compassion. People with inspired hearts and wisdom to uplift this planet. And Mom, I love you, but can I be real?
Go ahead.
You want to know one of the biggest factors for childhood success? It's not IQ. It's family meals. And we haven't had one of those in a while. See, I know sometimes you don't feel proud, because I may not be a straight A student, but I'm not stupid. These tests may be 70% of my grade, but they're 0% of my future. But don't worry, I'll pass this class and get through this. But I need you to give me the space I need to be me and live true. Because the best feeling in the world is that your own parents get you. There's a passage in a book called The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. And if you don't mind, I'd love to share it with you.
Go ahead.
See, he says, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they do not belong to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow. So, Mom, I'd appreciate it if you give me the love that I need to pursue my dreams. See, if we are to succeed, all three of us need behavior change on all fronts. We talk about the future, but the future is now, and it is created now by all of us.
I've never heard you speak like that before.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But I'm going to reach out to administration and try to change some things. You have my word.
Hi, Miss Shirley. Denise? How did you get in here? The gates don't open at 7 a.m. I know. I haven't left since yesterday. I am prepared for my exam paper. Can we begin now? Denise, the exam only starts at 10:30. Fine. That means I still have 3 hours, 40 minutes and 35 seconds to revise before the paper begins. Thank you. Okay. So weird.
Hey guys, I think that the Pythagoras theorem will come out this exam.
Really? Okay, so it's a squared plus b squared equals to c squared.
Yes, that equation is used to find the hypotenuse.
Oh, okay. What else do you think is going to be on the test? I think this one.
Yeah. I give up. Is it me or are they saying random words?
No, IB, don't give up. Pay attention. They're just talking about how to find the hippopotamus.
Oh, right. I knew that.
What's the big deal? All this fuss, it's just exams. There are more important things in life.
Hey Renee Xiang, I studied all week, all night, and I barely slept. But on the bright side, I know my materials.
Okay, good for you, Kevin.
I mean, why don't you just test me? Come on.
No, it's okay.
No, I answer, come test me.
Okay. Well, I got a good one. If Kevin loses 2 kg in a week, how much weight will Kevin lose after 2 months?
Well, 1 month has 4 weeks, so the answer is 16 kilograms.
The answer is nothing, because Kevin is never going on a diet. Good. Take care, Kevin. Bye, ladies. Hi, Cha.
Whatever. I'm just gonna try it. Oh my god. Oh, hey Vincent. Did you study?
I do what I can. You know, if they give me a question I don't know, I'll give them an answer they don't know.
Interesting.
Give me that. Oh! This is bad. Ugh.
Hey, what's the plan?
What plan?
Every year we have a plan.
Oh, right. Well, the plan is we study. I'm just kidding. We'll study. Just sit beside Denise or something, you know.
Hey guys, I call him sitting beside Denise.
It doesn't work like that, okay? You have to be friends with the nerd before the exam, or it's just too obvious.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Good luck, honey.
Good luck. Hey Hakim.
Hi, Abby.
Do you know where I can find a hippopotamus?
You mean the hypotenuse? It's the longest side of a right angle triangle.
Oh. Well, good luck then.
Good luck, Abby.
Good luck? I thought that was our thing.
Wait, what?
Why do you have to flirt with her?
I'm not flirting with her. I'm just helping her. Wait, you know what? You're killing my vibe. I'm not gonna take the exam. Can't do the exam. I'm out.
What?
Hey, Bob. How's your
exam preparation going?
What preparation? I didn't even study, man. I'm so gonna fail.
I think you should study for the exams the next time. Exams are really important.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Hey, Naomi, what you doing?
Searching for my notes. I need to study.
But our exam's in 30 minutes.
Yeah, but the later I study, the more I remember. Wait, where am I? Okay, class, please take your seats.
So, Miss Shirley, I noticed that your purse is getting a bit old, so I got you a new one.
Thank you, Amy, but you know, it's against school rules to accept gifts from students during exams.
Just take it, Chanel.
Thank you, Vincent. But you know, I'm gonna let you know that I'll still be grading you fairly, okay?
What? No, give it back.
This is mine. Sit down.
Ugh.
Okay, class, as you all know, today is your maths paper. Once you're finished, you can just bring it up, leave it on my desk, and you can leave. You have 5 minutes to look through the question paper, and if you have any questions, please ask me now before we begin. Okay? And also for this paper, you're allowed to use calculators, so please take them out now. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to distribute the papers. Please write your name and date first. Don't open the paper yet.
Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. What? It's exams today? You guys are such jokers. Since when did we do birthday pranks? Put the tables back, come on. Stop playing, stop fooling around, guys. Stop fooling around. What? Alright, I'll play along, okay? Exams, I'm so scared. So realistic. Wow, I'm so scared, guys. Exams. Exams.
Happy birthday, Trev. This is your present, your maths paper.
Wow, you guys even got the teachers involved. Wow. Whew, this looks pretty real, guys.
Class, you may begin your exam now.
I need it. But I'm gonna fail. Fine, I guess I can do without it. 1070 minus 31 plus 649 times 13 is equal to 22,074.
Damn it! The one topic I didn't study has to come up for exam.
Kevin, sit down or I'll fail you now.
Sorry, Miss Shirley. Sorry, I want to pass. I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up right now.
Oh my god, this is exactly what I studied for. Thank you.
Julian, what's that? Are you using that cheat?
No, Miss Shirley, this is my lucky charm.
But it's inappropriate. You know what? Get it from me after our exam.
But that's my lucky charm.
This one is a little difficult. I'm just gonna skip this one. Let me do the easy question first. This one's also hard. I'll just come back to it later. This one, whatever, lol. Skip. Oh, look, I'm done. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will fix it for you.
Multiple choice isn't supposed to be so hard. I'm gonna go with A. But B does kind of make sense too. Yeah, let's change it to B. Actually, C. I haven't chose C in a long time. This one must be C. Alright, let's go with C. Why is she standing behind me? Stop looking, it's giving me so much pressure.
Alright, class, please remember to double check your answers.
What? Check my answers? Did she say that because of me? Okay, maybe the answer is D. Let's change it to D.
A, B, C, D, A.
All right, I thought so. Want some notes, bro? No thanks.
Sunday. If I catch you cheating again, I'll fail you right away.
But he passed.
Guys, is it that time?
Pass it on. Just pass it on.
Hey. Okay, I'll see myself out.
Abby, can you just write bigger? I can't see.
Shh.
Abby, are you gonna help me or not?
Wait, just let me finish and I'll let you see.
Okay, Abby, you're the best. Abby, Debbie, let me copy. Debbie, please, just let me copy. It's my birthday.
We can celebrate after exam stress.
But that's not what I meant.
Why are they leaving already? Studies. Let me finish my paper first and then I'll help you. No, I need it now. Please. Okay.
Yo, Denise, what's the answer to question 7?
Hold on, I'm helping Nicole.
Oh, so much she's more important now? Yo, Miss Shirley! Nicole's trying a copy of Denise!
Alright, class, you have 5 more minutes to finish your exam. Alright, class, your time is up. Vincent? Thank you. Okay.
Please, Miss Shirley, I just need a few more minutes.
Yes, time's up.
Kevin, I appreciate what you did for me back there.
Aw.
And I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
I think I failed, guys.
What just happened, guys?
I didn't even finish the exams, guys.
Stop thinking about it, guys. It's over now. It's in God's hands now.
Yeah, you're right.
To you, happy birthday to you.
See, yeah. Have you wondered how different people cheat an exam?
An A-star student don't need cheat an exam. Finish!
I found my pen! I found my pen!
Back to the guy. Yes.